Alrighty guys, hey, how's it going? Oxygen Low here, and today we're talking about the new deadline update. Minor update, some cool attachments added. But to start things off here, I've got my trusty Block 2 M4. And so for the first thing, we're gonna start, probably gonna go top to bottom. So the first thing that they've added in the scroll bar here is we have the NC Star Vism micro green dot with a red laser. Yes, this does actually add a laser. It is located here. So, you can see right there. Can't switch to reticle, can switch the camo to, it is a universal camo. So any camo that you want on this, I guess I'll put tan worn. And as you can see, this would definitely run into my gas block. So, take a look here. The way that we can get around that is by scrolling down a little bit further and picking out the NC Star Vism carry handle. Now I'll switch this to, doesn't have tan worn, so we'll just do regular tan. And then we can take this and we can throw on, oh no, oh there it is, the NC Star laser and sight combo. If we go to the testing range,
Good luck out there.
take a look at this. It is very nice. Oh, that's the other thing that I forgot to adjust. So this is meant for M4 A1 or AR-15 height front sight posts. So as you can see, the rear sight is mounted at the front of this little carry handle, and it lines up perfectly with my gas block. And the nice thing is that it is foldable. So if we come back into here, the other option is fold it down, and we can go back and we can test that.
Good luck out there.
So pretty nice, if I do say so myself. It would be nice if there was a place to put a Dr. Optic. However, it's not like this is a magnified optic anyways. So, I mean, I think this is really clean. I will say I wish there was a way to make, or to have a different reticle. Ooh, don't ADS and move it around, because I didn't even know you could ADS and move things around. Ooh, that's cursed. Yikes. Well, anyways, I think this is really clean. I think this is a great CQB optic. But overall, I think it's really clean looking. And I think the really nice ring that it has gives you good FOV. So that is the Vis M optic. Next we have, I believe, a new compact ACOG mount. I could be wrong. Actually, no, we'll just go to the next thing, which will be the new EOTech OGL, or OGL laser. Now let's go ahead and slide this down. Actually, no, this belongs here. Doo-doo-doo. Pardon me. There we go. Alright. So let's flip that to tan worn so that it's easier to look at. Now, I'm seeing an illuminator and visible and IR lasers, which would make sense because EOTech is famous for being good with night vision. You can remove the lens caps. They add ergo, but you can remove them. I think that's just cool that they added the caps. Now, my first reaction to this was they added the ogle before the D-ball. And the main reason I reacted that way was because the ogle is a much newer laser, or LAM module, compared to the D-ball. So I was a little, I don't know, interesting choice, in my opinion. But it is what it is. Go ahead and put that on there. Actually, no, this should probably be out there. Anyways, so it is really clean. I love the look, and dang, I think the next thing that they should do when it comes to lights and lasers is they need to add a way to mount a light at the 45, which realistically would mean adding a hinged mount, a hinged Surefire mount, or Arisiaka mount, or whoever makes the hinged mount, scout lights. But regardless, go ahead and test this out.
Good luck out there.
Oh. There it is. So that's new. Lasers start off. Or at least this one does. And that is a change that I'm sure a lot of people Oh, that's actually super nice that they added that. That's awesome. Okay, so no more spawning in, and the first thing you do is turn off your laser. At least if you use the EOTech overall. So let's actually test that out and make sure that that's not just restricted to the OGL. Because if that isn't, that is a really good quality of life change. Throw on the mini combo. Test it. That is... Wow, that is. So your laser now starts off. That's really awesome, and I'm so glad that they added that. But back to the OGL, it looks like it has the same stats as the rest of the box lasers. So the PEC 15 and such. Yeah, 0.06 weight, minus 2 ergo. Same weight, but minus more ergo. I find that interesting because I feel like the PEC 15 is a less ergonomic design than the OGL, though it has a really similar form factor. Realistically, this is the most unergonomic laser of them all because of how freaking wide it is. But I also find it interesting that they added this and they didn't add the D-ball back whenever this was added. But this is also the United States Marine Corps laser for their M27 program, which makes sense because they added all the attachments to this game for the M27. So make sure there's no new uppers. I did do a relatively surface level scroll through everything. Whoa, wait, what happened to the... They took out the Aeronox plate. What the heck? There used to be an Aeronox end plate. Interesting. So I guess they removed that. Did they add a new mag release? No. So there's no new magazines, no new grips that I was able to see. Pretty much everything is the same here. I checked the barrels, no new handguards. So the next thing that we're going to be looking at is new optics. So the Monstrum Tactical compact scope mount is new. So we have the Monstrum Tactical. Now, I don't know, this is new to me. I don't know if I missed this. Oh, that is... Okay, so we have illuminated and non-illuminated, and it's in line with the front sight post, so that's pretty nice. With that, I will say, one thing that some people don't know about is if you use... Ooh, this is what we're looking at next. But if you look at the primary arms mount, primary arms has risers. So you can get that optic up above the front sight post. So if we take a look at this in the range, this is really clean. I really love the compact ACOGs. Oh, but that eye box. Yeah, you see how when I'm moving, my point of aim. Oh, yeah. Not really my point of aim, but. Okay, this is really good for target acquisition. Also, I'm looking at the top, and I'm seeing a lot more options for the reticle than they're giving us. As you look at that, the turret on the top, the wheel on the top, look at how many options there are. So, it's interesting, but regardless, I think this is a nice addition to the compact ACOG. I'm a big fan of them. So next, what we're going to look at is an ACOG competitor. Because originally, what you had, and I got into a little bit with Toasty about this, because he did not know that ACOGs existed in this game. If we scroll down, sure, we'll use this ACOG mount. So TA-51s. The Burris Tactical Prism is a really, really nice ACOG. And you can change the reticle. So we have red, green, and these two. Now, I prefer, this is supposed to be the stock reticle, but I see they changed it to this being the stock reticle. And this is a really, really clean optic. And the way that I like to run this is I throw on a Doctor optic, which in this case, well, in most cases, I really like the EOTech eFlix, which is on the Delta Point mount. So if we just throw this on top, and then throw that on there, we go to test it.
Good luck out there.
So you can see this doesn't have nearly as bad of an eye box. Like, I'm walking, and look at how much less my vision is impaired. Now I can also do this. I switched to my eFlex. Now the eFlex has 3 different reticle sizes, and I really encourage testing this optic out more, the eFlex, because it has a very, very nice, and I honestly think it beats out the Trijicon RMR, which is what a lot of people use for their Doctor optics, which is just an optic mounted on top of a more, oh my goodness, there we go. Just a Doctor optic is an optic mounted on top of a magnified optic like this. So, originally, you have this, or you have the Marine, the United States Marine ACOG that you can throw on an RMR to. Now, I won't go too much into this, but this is the, when you think of an ACOG, this is what they offer in this game. Realistically, this should also be able to take an optic. So this little divot back here is for a mounting ring. So if we come over here, this screws into it, but there is also, yeah, so there's this one that has the screws. Now, yeah, this is the one. So Phantom Forces has this one, if you play Phantom Forces. But this has the mounting screws, but they never added the mount for it. So you can see if I remove this, those are the mounting screws. Now, the mil-spec has a clamp ring that goes around the back. And I'm also, if I remember correctly, you can unscrew this plate and completely replace the back end of this with a piece that has mounting screws. But regardless, after that little rant, now we have a competitor. And it is a bit funky looking. It might be hard for some people to get over the angles of this optic, but I think it's really cool. And it has the ACOG reticle, which is that little triangle point. If I can find it. Possibly. Ah, this one. So the Cosmic Tactical Saturn Scope. I'll make this tan so that we can see it a little bit better. So, this is what we're looking at. Now, I think the angles are very funky. It is very clearly a copy of the ACOG. So it uses this fiber optic. And basically the way that this works is light shines into this bar and it filters the light down into here to illuminate this. Now, ACOGs do offer, there are like sliders that you can use to cover that so that it's not illuminated, which would give you this. But this also offers both green and red fiber optic, so you can see it changes. And the color determines which color your reticle will be illuminated with. And I think this is really, really clean. Me personally, if I am going to have a gas block, I am going to put this on a riser. Preferably not something too high, probably just a LaRue. Just to get it up and over that front sight post so that I can have a better field of view. Oh Lord. I lost it again. Oh, here it is. Yeah, still getting used to finding this. Yeah, and the nice thing about this optic that makes it a competitor is, hold up, let's make this tan real quick. You have this really nice mounting point here. So this is a larger mounting point, which means you can put a lot of micro red dots here. As well, we'll just see what we can do here. That's too small. Look at all these. Yeah, but I mean, realistically, what you're going to be doing with this point is you're going to be putting red dots of some sort, small red dots. So, does that fit? Oh my god, it does. You can put a compact ACOG on your ACOG. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Papa ACOG, baby ACOG. So what I would do with this is I would take advantage of the point. So my main issue with using the ACOG is the fact that you can only put on a Trigicon red dot, because I love the EOTech eFlex. I love it so much. Oh, it's the RMR that has 2 levels of illumination. So for some reason, now it's not showing me the illumination, but option 1 is less illuminated than option 2. Just giving you that extra FOV so that you can take farther shots. My guess is that this is a... Ooh. Alright. Okay. So you can see how, because this is a full power output, you can see how violent that recoil feels, even though it's really not that violent. So, but like I said, this would be a good optic for an Aeronox build, even though Aeronox has awful recoil because of how light it is. Just looks based, this would be a good Aeronox build. So that is, I believe, from what I've seen, that is the last of the optics that have been added. To my knowledge. I checked the, microdot mounts, so the aim point and the aim point microdot and the Sig Sauer, the Romeo microdot. I did check those. I didn't check, do we have another option for this? No, they do not. Have they added... Ooh, here's a good point. Have they added the acro mounting plate to the Badger scope rings? Because that is one thing that I was really, really hoping for. Because if you want to mount an acro... No. That would be a no. Yeah. Pro tip, if you don't like these because of the way that they have these rings around the edges, use the Comp M5. It's such a good sight. Get rid of the lens caps unless you like the look of them. But the Comp M5 is so good. So, sadly, I was really hoping that they would add the Badger acro mounting plate so that you could put an acro on your red dot like the British KS1 has. But I do believe that is all the update has to offer when it comes to optics. Yeah. Scroll all the way back down. Yep. Alright, so moving on down, we have a really cool addition that a lot of people are probably going to think is pretty cool. I think it's really cool. And what that is a big issue with some of these, as we just saw, a big issue with some of these is you can't change the camo. And it doesn't really make sense because a lot of these camos are not from the manufacturer. Like if I go to my upper receiver, I don't think that's from the manufacturer. You know, these are all hand-painted camos. So what doesn't make sense is that you can't change the camo on these. Especially the BCM. That doesn't make any sense. So, on that, a nice new update is they have changed the trigger guards. So you can finally change the camo on them. This is no longer locked in tan. This is no longer locked in black. This is a great addition for customization, and I hope they keep up this trend. But I do believe that is the end of the update. Like I said, there was an Aeronox end plate. I don't know what happened to it. It might not be for this lower. It might be for a different lower. We could try that. If I make it the Aeronox lower. Ah! Okay. So they restricted it solely to the Aeronox, which does make sense. Oh my god, did they... Okay, I thought they restricted the upper to the Aeronox. But if we go ahead and we just throw together an Aeronox build. And for the love of God, don't use... As much as you want to make a full Aeronox build, you can use everything else except for the grip. Do everyone a favor, including yourself, and do not use the Aeronox Orion grip because it sucks. It sucks. Everything about it sucks. And a good stock for the Aeronox is this. But regardless, I do believe that is the build of a friend of mine. But I do believe that is the extent of the update as it relates to the M4. Yeah. So, some small changes. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing here. They did not add any improved triggers. Any new ammos? No. Okay. So. Oh. Hey! That's new. Look at that. Hold the phone. What the heck is the point of that? That doesn't line up. Does it? Oh my god, it does. Barely. That's so weird. That is so weird. Very interesting. Alright, so. Alright. That's very interesting. So that makes me wonder, is there a suppressor that has a built-in? Also, I love how this is suppressor height optics. And you throw an osprey on there. Not suppressor height. What are we doing? That sounds good. Oh. Oh, no shit. Let's do a gander at this. I'm sorry, what? Are these going through the target? Or are they going over his shoulders? Hold up. Oh! Oh, that's fine. You have to aim low. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. You have to aim low. Interesting. Yeah, so the only issue with these is it's a little difficult to judge where the gun is pointing at any given time. I mean, I know my scanner is wrong. Why did I... Oh, that's why. Hold up. I think you'll need the slides. Yeah, that's why. When I just slow reloaded it. Alright, that's pretty cool. Interesting. Let's swap this out for what's a gun that needed 72? Now the QB's needed that shit. Yeah, let's grab an 8. Still not short barrel. Alright, explain. 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 Why give us hope? Why give us hope? Why? Why do this to us? Like, seriously, why? Why would you do that? That's so messed up. Yeah, no, there's no AKS-74U. Why would you give us the barrel for it? or not that, the muzzle attachment for it. But you wouldn't give us the stirrup. That's so stupid. Is this a prelude to the AK-74 being added? Because I know a lot of people have been asking for it. Is that? That's kind of stupid. It's really stupid. Alright. Which one of these has an extension? This one? Here it is. Can you put that hypothetically? Nope. That's the chunky one, right? Yeah. Alright. I am unimpressed. And slightly saddened. That's frustrating. It's very frustrating. That's better. That's so much better. That's way better. 1,000,000 times better. You can even change the end plate. That's so cool. This is gonna be funny. That actually looks AK. That's so goofy. Oh, see? Look. There's the aeronaut end plate. What the heck? It's so goofy. It's so goofy. Anyway. Ew. Ew. On so many levels. I hate people that use this stock. Because it's such a gross looking stock. Look at that. Committing crimes with both direction and magnitude. Oh yeah. That looks new. Though I never check out the AK, so I don't know if this is already added. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's just do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's being done. It's being done, and nobody can do anything to stop me. I have made the AI. Isn't there like a better looking one? I feel like there's a better looking one. Oh, that is these off right here. Oh, Bob Burrell. There is one that goes out farther. There's maybe it's this one? It's not that one. That is more AR. I don't know, this is a tangent. I don't care about this. Did we get any guns? I seriously doubt that. Yeah. If you guys know anything else that is new that I skipped over, let me know in the comments. Sorry for the long form rambly video, but regardless, if you like it, give me feedback in the comments. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Matter of fact, thumbs down it. I support freedom of expression, unlike YouTube. So, yeah, but regardless, have a good day. Thanks for watching. I've been Arisiaka Mlok. Peace out.